Hi, and today we're going to talk about staying inspired through sound design. So, I have a few tips basically to keep you inspired, hopefully, or keep you active in the area. Um, yeah, so hopefully this is not too long, but essentially, I've just finished from a dry spell of music. The last thing I made was like in January, very early January, late December. So I haven't been staying inspired and haven't been making that much music, and my videos for YouTube have been lacking quite a lot. So essentially, my solution to this was to do something that's going to help me in music production, but it isn't related to actually making music per se. So, for example, what I did was I sorted my sample library. So I have like my massive movie Foley library here, and then I have like unused stuff, and then I have my sorted library. So my sorted library, I have all of my stuff that I've made, and then I've got basically all the bass hits out of all of my sample packs in one place, and same thing with the drum loops, fills, hits, basically everything with the exception of this Tokyo Soundscapes part. And then in the drum hits, for example, I have like claps by like AU5, BHK, Loop Masters, bangers and anthems from Black Octopus. I have stuff from Leviathan, Octopus. I keep trying to say Octopus. Total drums or total dubstep, I mean. And I've got stuff from AU5, stuff from Virtual Riot, and basically like all of my rides, shakers, things I could use in a drum kit like really fast are all in this one spot. So now I can just look through them, scroll down. Oh, my hi-hats are here, crashes are here, and like this. Then obviously I could add like a number if I want to find like kicks and snares faster than the rest of the percussion and such like that. So sorting through my entire sample library did take a while, and that was kind of inspiring. Or like it was something that is going to help me because, for example, I have these all named as like UBA click, and then these are named as like BHK. So like they all have like the name at the start, so that takes a while, like going into the finder and then like selecting all the things and renaming and formatting and stuff like that. So I basically did that with everything, and that was fun, kept me entertained. And over in my section, so what I did was I used my blues mic here, and I recorded a bunch of stuff out of my kitchen and living room. I don't know, my kitchen or living room stuff's on my laptop, but I recorded stuff like this. All kinds of stuff like pots being hit by wood or metal, or pots inside pots, and then cutlery, drawers closing, toasters, stuff like that, because you never know what you could use it for. I took that, did a bunch of layering, and then stuff like that, and then I even did even more layering after getting a whole ton of those. So that was cool. So after doing that for a day or two, I was like, all right, cool, maybe I'll just throw down like 200 euros on getting like a good recorder. It's not amazing, but it's good. And then I'll use this to do a bunch of recordings for Foley. So I did that, and I recorded like my basement hallway. So now I have like what's called the basement perk. And they have quite interesting like spectrums to them and full sound ranges. I also took my iMac flight case and I recorded that. Maybe I'll start smacking things eventually and getting cool like subs or something that I could do kick layerings with. Speaking of which, I also went to my kick 2 and to my user library, filled up my click section of my user library with just basically sorted everything like kicks and all that kind of stuff. So my kick library is essentially just like duplicated into here, and I have to like maybe sort through a little more of snares being like the good snares for transients, and then the ones that are good for tails and stuff like that. So it makes it easier. And then I went through and I made quite a few stuff in here. I have quite a few little sounds, and they're made through various layering stuff that I've made myself, stuff that's from sample packs, and then clicks. So then they come out and sound somewhat unique. Made some trappy stuff. And then I have all sorts of kicks, like just like a basic kick. I have like kind of like Foley ones, which are these gross ones over here. Those are really cool. So that was something that I did that took a while, and I got quite a few kicks and snares out of it, and I can use them now, and I don't have to like, basically, it's cool because like now if I want to use kicks or snares, I can just take from my library. Maybe I can put things together now with layers, and it doesn't take that long. So now I don't have to like use a kick just straight out and then be worried about its consistency of sound or anything like that. And it's my kick after that point. So yeah. So that's really cool. And alongside that, I went into Serum and I kind of organized this. So I have a factory section over here now, like this. And then I have, basically I've replaced everything with like my own samples. So now I can go through here and I made some things with my own wavetables that I made. Some of them are better than others. This one happens to have a really good wavetable, so I'm still learning how to get wavetables to sound like the way I want them to. But just making random sounds. I have a sub now, like a quick sub that I might use very often, and then I have like some chords, leads, really bad rhythm patches, quite interesting like stuff like that. And then, like, you know, I can turn the reverb delay off. I put my name on them, did the macroing. So then that way, like, in the future, if I ever give presets to someone, they have, like, some sort of purpose. Or if I ever have presets, if I ever pick through my library and have presets I want to sell, then I have things that have purpose. And then finally, what you could do to also stay inspired is... you could try making drum loops, like various drum loops, just doing random things with drums. You never know what you could come up with using like a metronome or something, and then just like try to come up with drums or bass patterns, anything. And then through designing like bass sounds or synth sounds, you're gonna hear some sort of greater purpose in them. So yeah, lastly, I can highly recommend watching people make music. The process of making music is very inspiring to watch, especially when it's done by someone who's like good at what they do. You can watch them, see how their brain works, and then sort of try to mimic that in your own situations. And your brain will hold on to certain parts of that workflow or anything like that, and then it'll drop off other parts, and you'll eventually make your own like workflow. And then, but it's inspiring to see what they make sounds from. Be like, okay, I'll try that, because everything's kind of like, why not? Just do it, right? And then that's how you can stay inspired, such like that. But I find doing things like sound design or making yourself busy with things related to your music are going to help you in the long run, because when you do get inspired again, you have all these cool new samples that you made. So, yeah, that's what I got. Thanks for watching.